Welcome to the Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. It's your boy Matt. Whew, I love this part of the podcast. Spellen. And my guest today here on our first Zoom call because I was like, this person's worth the Zoom. Can you please introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes. Hi, guys. My name is Kyndra Crump, a.k.a. Rapper the Game's baby mama / wife. Okay, Jason Terrell Taylor, you hear me? You see me? Respond back to my DM that I sent you on April 19, 2020 at 1:38 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Okay, the anniversary's coming up, sir. Thank you.
Exactly.
But yes, I am from Atlanta. I've been here since I was 0. College educated student, graduating in about a month and some days. And then I'm going back to school again. And that's it. I'm a comedian. I'm a jack of all trades, entrepreneur.
Oh, you got the right show then, because this is definitely the entrepreneur show, and it's definitely we definitely do a lot here on the on Lynn. Question: How have it been since comedy? Like with all the craziness going on, the pandemic, the world shutting down, blah blah blah. Like getting your reps in, has it been hard or has it been easy? Or are you just doing it offline?
So prior to me actually, so I started comedy. 2016 was when I started. So I've been funny my entire life.
Okay.
For a fact that you have a gift when you're able to still make people laugh past elementary school, because kids are gonna be funny in elementary. Middle school is when it's like, okay, the cattiness, the challenging. I was still making people laugh. Okay. High school, making people laugh, everything. And people like, Kyndra, you need your own TV show. So 2016, I started on Snapchat, and I just would say, hey, welcome back to the Kyndra Crump Show. And I would just, talk about whatever. At the time, my jokes and the things I talked about were, like Little Kim's hardcore album. So people like, sex is always going to be funny, but a good comedian can talk about and be versatile about pretty much anything, right? So I had to start studying after other comedians, but I've never actually been on the stage. I more so have done podcasts. I've done, I pulled up to people's house for little kickbacks and stuff like that. And I'm making the entire room laugh. We're like, why are you leaving? I'm like, guys, it's 11:30 at night. It's past my bedtime. You should have had a day party. I don't know what y'all still here. What you gonna leave at 4:00 in the morning? Like, what's wrong with you? Okay, you better go home. Okay, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get up out of here. All right, back to the story.
Exactly.
So when the pandemic hit, I actually liked the fact that the pandemic hit. The reason I say I liked it is because I was working 5 days a week, not able to really work on my material. I was working in the restaurant because and do not edit this part out. I want people to come support me.
We don't do a lot of editing.
Well, I want to say this. I'm about to tell y'all where I work. All right, support me like you try to support your favorite stripper to take home with you. You ain't still gonna go home with me. But guess what? You can get good customer service where I'm at. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
I work at Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta. Concourse B is in Bravo 09. I'm at a kiosk. I'm there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, late morning to early evening. Come see me. Leave me a tip. I'm not talking about your penis. I'm talking about pocket change. Back to the story. So yes, I went from working 5 days of the week in the restaurant, with all those that the women and the other drama, to working 3 days a week now once the pandemic ended, and I'm able to work on my craft. I need to actually start getting some business cards, but as adults we procrastinate on stuff. So I'm able to now just really show my craft and talk to so many different people. Like, wow, you are hilarious. And I made friends, and they say, hey, I live in this state. Come and visit me. I'm like, all right, I'm coming. And I know y'all probably thinking, Kyndra, stranger danger. Look, we our souls connected, okay? So we're fine. But no, like I said, to answer your question, it literally has made it for the better. There's always a blessing no matter whatever happens. You always got to find the good in something. So, and then it also made me realize I don't like people like I thought I did. People oh, you want to come over?
Oh, right. Definitely. Yeah, I always say that. We say that here on the show all the time. I was like, this pandemic definitely showed you who you like. You'll really figure out who you like real fast once the pandemic started, because there was a lot of people I wasn't trying to go to that house. All right, I ain't think I knew. I ain't like you like that. Not enough to get sick. You hear me? like not even to try to get sick. So I'm glad to hear that the pandemic actually helped you out, because I was one of those people that, like, unfortunately but fortunately benefited from the pandemic, because it did allow me to start this thing up, and we got this thing rolling. How many other things we did, like a couple live shows and stuff. So like you said, it's very right. Yeah, imagine our imagination got to run a little bit wild during the pandemic. So it was pretty much what you create of it. But I wanted to know, because I really do love comedy. Like, where do you pull your inspiration from? Because you said that you do listen and you study a few of the greats. Like, who are your inspirations?
All right. Let's see, because like my ADHD be kicking in. So you asked me about 3 questions, so I'm trying to answer them in order. All
my,
right.
my bad. I do that. I end up going off on this whole thing.
You're fine, sweetie, because I be doing the same thing. Like, we both got glasses too.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
I was like, when I see you with the glasses, I gotta keep the specs on today. Thank you very much.
Of course. So top 5 favorite comedians, and I'm going to exclude Pryor, Chappelle, and Kevin Hart. Even though Kevin Hart's not funny to me, he's just white America funny. And once he started wearing dresses, he sold out. Okay, I got receipts. Anyway, Cat Williams is funnier than him, to be honest with you. You know, but again, like I said, Kevin's a whole nother topic for another day. But my top 5 are Arnez J. People sleep on him.
Ooh, Arnez J's good. I like that. I'm a fan myself.
Man, he's so talented. Arnez J, Steve Harvey, Cedric.
Cedric's a monster.
He is. Chris Rock and Carlos Miller from the 85 South Show. As far as to answer your part 2 of your question, where you said inspiration, every day, like I don't try to be funny. Like, I'll say something. Let me say this. My mom always told me, think before you speak. I don't do that. So whatever comes to my mind, whatever comes to my mind, 9 times out of 10 I'll say. Now, guys, I do have a filter. Like, if you ask me for the truth, I'll tell you the truth. Okay, like that's how I am. So, like, for example, I had this guy on Facebook. Randomly, somehow he randomly found me. Okay, within the last couple of weeks, I've been just getting a whole bunch of randomly find people trying to, I guess, holler at me. Well, anyway, I didn't know if this guy was a man or a woman till they slid in my DM. I'm like, who? I never had a he/she try to holler at me. Let's see where this goes, okay? Nice. So anyway, this he/she tries to holler at me, and he starts talking to me. I find out it's a man, and he said, "Let me ask you something." This is like the 7th message. He said, "Go ahead." He's like, "Am I ugly to you?" And I said, do you normally just ask people, random strangers? This is a true story, y'all. Do you normally just ask random strangers on the internet if you're ugly? He's like, I don't do that, but I don't get, I always get turned down. Like, am I ugly? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I think you are very unattractive. I didn't know if you were a man or a woman. But guess what? That doesn't mean that there's somebody out there likes you. You're just shooting for the stars, okay?
Damn, that man just jumped off a bridge.
Sometimes I'm like, this is how I look at it, man. If you a 3, stay in your number range, okay? Don't be trying to holler at me. You find you another 3. 3 plus 3 is what? 6. If God really likes you, 3 times 3 is 9. He's gonna make your child look a lot better than both of y'all. Okay,
exactly.
How about that? So, quit trying to holler at 7s. And I'm not. You can holler at 7s and 8s, because maybe 8s or 9s, like people who look like 2s and 3s, because they just like the medium ugly. They want to feel like they can control them, but not over here. Sorry. Thank you. Back to the story. So, how do I get my inspiration? I just talk. I just talk, and I don't be trying and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You got your own individual way of thinking. I like it. What was some of the challenges like lately? It's been to do comedy, because I know you said you just like to get up on camera and just get it going, but like, has there been any like challenges like since you started really going hard at this?
Yes, people who I thought was going to support me aren't going to support me. And I remember there was a saying years back. I came across a saying that strangers are going to support you faster than people that and people wanted me to pay money to promote me, people wanting me to prostitute myself, like, I'm gonna give you an example. There was one girl that I've known since middle school. You know, we were bosom buddies, you know, at one point, right?
Right.
I always keep the same energy. I'm Kyndra Miranda Crump from the day you first meet me to the day I expire. Okay, I ain't gonna change. A lot of times people just like fall off. I'm like, I don't know what the hey happened to you. Okay, back to the story. So I asked her one day. This is 2018. I said, hey, can you know post one of my videos on your page? This was before like an IG story actually was a thing. And I said, can you post one of my videos on your page? And she said to me, well, you know, Kyndra, I would, but you know, you have choice words in some language, and my father follows me, and I just don't want him to like say anything to me about that. I'm like, Negro, please. You can't be serious. First off, you told me you cursed with your father. First off, secondly, you're shacking up with a man who's like 20 years older than you. You having his kid. Like, and you that too. Like, you know what? People always trying to like throw some foo-foo on you. And I'm like, bro, you cannot BS a BSer. Like, come on now.
Word up.
So with that, like I said, you know what? With that being said, people like that, they come and they go. And I learned you have to learn not to take it personal. And that's what my thing is. I catch you in traffic. That's fine.
We was just talking about that a minute ago. We was doing another show on the Lovely Important Nonsense. We was talking about how, one, you're gonna have to, when you do things like, my fault, when you do things like you have to treat this almost like a business, and you're gonna lose a lot of relationships because you're gonna realize there are gonna be some supporters, that people that you love and care about aren't gonna support you the way you thought you need to be supported. Like, what was this like? I'm a trainer at the end of the day, you know.
All right, go ahead, trainer.
So,
y'all are in like the top like 10, 15 type of men who are very faithful. You and DJs and rappers and basketball players. I put y'all all in the same group.
I'm married though. I'm good. I don't got the Derek Jackson in me. You feel me? Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
So, Trey, listen, every trainer I done had, they never tried me. I love it. Are you kidding me?
I'm a nice guy.
And their wives was with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. I see what y'all trying to be comfortable for y'all. Okay, I see y'all.
They trying to put you in a unicorn. No, man. Listen, you gotta shoot your shot, yo. Unicorns don't come around all the time.
I mean, you know what? My thing is, like, you know what? I remember. Hold on, side note, real quick.
No, there you go.
You can say what you were gonna say. I remember because I used to work at La Fitness, and for all the slow ones in the back, that's LA Fitness. Okay, so I remember like the amount of like different trainers that would come and go because that place was like a revolving door. And the very first time I had one of my there was one trainer who he was a pretty cool cat, but you would not even have known that this brother was married. Like you could not tell at all, right? So he had a foot fetish, right? So I used to come to work sometimes with my feet out, not knowing that you can't do that or whatever. But anyway, so he used to
they let you get out away with that? That's crazy.
You know what? I didn't realize that I couldn't have like, my toes showing or whatever. I thought I could show up, at the front desk looking nice because I'm the first person that people see. I didn't want to just wear the usual uniform. No, I mean on Fridays I can wear that, but no, let me wear like business casual. Let me look good or whatever.
I get you.
So with that being said, this one particular trainer, he ends up mentioning something about something I don't recall everything, but basically just trying to get like with me, in a relations type way, right?
Oh, so full relations.
Yeah, like co-relations, right? He tried that with every woman, but then once I found out he was had a inchworm, and it was sad because I'm like, brother, you out here just trying to showcase your talents, knowing like what's up with the disability you showcasing. Come on now, how dare you?
You know what they say, you miss 100 of the shots you don't take. You feel me? You gotta keep shooting until somebody take.
Everyone to talk to around town about your little soldier, okay? Back to the story.
That is definitely a disadvantage.
Back to the story. I'm like, brother, you're black. Back to the story. Anyway. So and one day his wife comes in because his son wanted to try to go back and say something to his dad, and I said, well, no kids are. I told his son, I said, hey, no children are allowed without an adult, on the gym floor. And The son leaves and the mom comes in. Now, mind you, I don't remember ever seeing her. She's like, look, I'm such and such wife. I said, what? I'm his wife. That's my son. I said, oh, okay. They go back. I pull such and such to the side. I said, brother, Inchworm, Mr. Inchworm, what's you didn't tell me you were married. He's like, you ain't gonna kiss and tell, are you? And that was the first time. That was the very first time I realized that these guys, some people just don't care. You know, but you're a faithful black man who doesn't cheat. You're the trainer who doesn't cheat, okay?
Yeah.
But that's one of many stories, honey. That was the first time I said, wow, okay, well, I'm not going to be a part of this.
I'm not gonna say I don't get tested as a trainer, you know what I'm saying? But like you gotta know when to keep it in. When things are just business, it's just business. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
What about were there times with any of your, because are you at a gym or are you more so like one of those?
I'm an independent guy. Yeah.
Got
So,
independent.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
So
when had there been times for you where you said, okay, I'm going to test this woman because I know she's leaving the state and I probably won't ever see her again?
don't get me wrong, the idea will come to you, but it's never. You shouldn't try that game because at the end of the day, you never want to shit where you eat. You know, even if they are gonna, you don't know, they might come back. I might need them for a reference. You know, I try to take things. I try to look at things more of the future and what's best for the business, not what's best for my pants. You know, so and plus,
Got
like,
you.
I don't have certain restrictions as other guys, but I don't take advantage of it.
Got it.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That,
Yeah.
and that's actually smart though, because you have self control. You don't know how many like guys out here don't
Hmm.
have self control and they literally don't care and they're like whatever. They're just doing it for the fun. That's
Yeah.
what it is, and stuff like
Well,
that. So I'm proud of you for
yeah.
actually
Well,
doing that.
thank you very much. It's just the lack of control is not good, and that shows weakness as a trainer also that you can't even take this. The whole idea. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't want to get too much into it. But the whole idea is for me to show you strength and control. Okay, how to control the situation, how to control yourself, how to control your mind. I don't want to put you in a situation where it shows me being weaker. I don't want to put myself in a situation where it makes me look weak. You know, even
Mhm.
if so. Don't get me wrong. I do get tried. I'm a trainer. You know, it's part of the. It's part of the. I didn't know it was part of the deal, but I am a trainer. I do get tried, but you just gotta chill out, relax.
You be having girls come in with like next to nothing. I'm ready to get trained.
Not only that, I get the emails too. I get the DMs every once in a while with the, oh, can you evaluate my body? And I'm like, I didn't even know you paid for an evaluation. I was like, okay, you just slip it in the DM. I
That's
get it.
actually what about, but hold on, wait, let's play devil's advocate. What if
Uh-huh.
she just really wanted you to evaluate her body? What I
You
mean,
know, after a while, I've been doing this for a long time. You kind of know who really wants to and who don't. You know,
okay,
like most of the time, if a picture comes in before a conversation happened, then you know what time it is. You know, like,
got
oh,
it.
my name is such and such and such. Can you tell me evaluate this and this in a big ass picture with her with half a titty out and the sports bra and the panties all the way up to her ass? So like, oh, can you tell me how my ass look? And I'll be like, oh, okay. And I just I just leave it on red because you know you didn't pay for that.
That's it.
You didn't
That's
pay.
it. That's
I
sometimes
think,
it's the best thing to do,
yeah.
man. That's
Well,
the best thing to do, and they could be a bot too. You never know.
I think
They
everything's
could they could. You know what's so crazy? It's
I
not even
think
a bot.
everything's a setup. Honestly, I think everything's a setup. Even though my wife doesn't put me through none of those situations, I feel like past relationship traumatized me to the point that anytime anybody else likes me, I automatically think they're trying to set me up. All right? It's just like,
Wow.
but hey, it left me faithful and great, so we're good.
Look, congratulations on your
Okay.
union. That is
Uh,
good. But you know what?
okay.
Sometimes that does. I feel the same exact way. Whenever I have like I said, I have a lot of men who try to holler at me, especially online. In person, it's like that. I just get stared at and everything else. But online, I'm always getting hollered at. And so, like I said, what was going on within these past 2 weeks on Facebook, I literally have had so many different guys trying to holler at me. So then I go back to look at the messages, and then all of a sudden the entire account is deleted. right? And I was like, well, who was I talking to? And stuff like that. Like, it's been missing,
you been getting hit with those ghost spots. They just
that's what
disappear.
it is. I'm like, they were actually responding back and stuff like that. So it literally has become a mystery. There's some people out there, oh, you want to, they'll make it seem like they're having a conversation and they're like, oh, I really want to be with you. I said, oh, okay, let's see how bad you want to be with me. You got Cash App? Let's see. I mean, if a man really wants to be with that woman, he's gonna make it known and see. I mean, mind you,
dropping the Cash App though. That's how you gotta let. Hey, girl, I need some time from you. So let me pay for your time.
That's how I feel. I'm like, how bad do you want to be with
But
me?
you just said you don't want to be prostituted out, so
Listen, no. This is the difference. I'm about to explain the difference.
Okay. Are you please?
I'm about to explain. Prostituted, my definition being like the prostituting out is I'm doing this favor so you can put me on. Okay. Right. So it's stuff like that. You got to realize a lot of these guys, a lot of these people in general, they're just going to waste your time. So like, I need my time. Like, how bad do you want to be with me? Like, and again, I'm not the only woman who thinks like this. Talk to some of, some other women that you come across. Ask them if they've ever done that before. Like I said, I'm not asking for no $200. Send me $20. Come on, that's done.
Send me $200. Let me ask you. So hold on. Now you bringing the man out, like you're bringing me out, right? So I'm trying to say, look. So why do I have to prove myself to you? Why can't you prove yourself to me? What's up?
Because you're the one. This is how I look at it. You're the one. Again, you might be able to change my mind, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Because a lot of these dudes online are sorry, and they're very unattractive too. They're like, oh, I want to really be with you. I'm like, they're unattractive. Like, please talk to me. I'm like, okay, well, give me some money.
Well, attractive men usually don't have to be online too much to sell themselves. They can just go outside.
That's true, but they're not in my neck of the woods. They might be over hanging out with you and your homeboy. Tell them to come my way.
You gotta try.
Hey, be like, hey, bro, no homo, but you cool dude, ain't no homo, but you gotta say no homo twice. Let him know, like, I'm not even trying you. But I'm letting you know, like, you're not no ugly dude, man. Like, no homo, dude.
Like, no homo, you pretty, but no homo though. I mean, you look like you got something you working with over there. No homo though. You know what I mean? I heard stories about you, no homo. But yeah, I might know somebody for you. I got you.
But you know what the thing? But here's the thing though. Like the problem, like I said, the problem is that a lot of these guys, and again, it's a lot of analogy. A lot of these guys know that they're not even attractive. Okay, some of them think that they're attractive because they've had a few women, because they got a chance to, take a few of these girls' draws, whatever else.
That's your women's fault though. That's your fault. But y'all got him. They got him thinking that he's sexy because he got a couple dollars in his pocket, and the man ugly with $100.
But that's the thing. A lot of these women, you got to realize like this. A lot of these women are desperate for a man. Okay. They just say that they have a man. So that's why you see a woman. You don't understand how many guys, like if I'm scrolling down my timeline, I see two people together. I'm like, bro, that is Pawpaw. What are you doing with your Pawpaw? He is too old for you. He looks very, very old. So, but the fact of the matter is, the issue that I have is you have guys who, and this is why I'm single myself, and I ain't been in no real relationship, because the guys that come on to me, they're broke, and I'm not lying, they really are. And mind you, I always say, man, money don't buy happiness, but would you rather cry in Detroit or Dubai?
Facts.
Okay.
That's facts.
So that's big. They're broke. They're not attractive. A lot of them are short. And here's the thing: height doesn't matter. But mind you, I'm 5'6". I'm actually a tomboy at the end of the day. 97% of the time I be looking homeless, but that 3%, baby, I be cleaning up. Okay.
Facts.
You listen. Look, everybody gonna get a boner, men and women. All right, back. So with that being said, when I want to wear heels, when I got my heels in the closet, I'm trying to wear them. If you 5'2", like that's gonna, I feel like that's gonna look kind of strange. Like, let me ask you, like the women that you dealt with prior to you getting married, were they always taller, shorter, about the same height? Like the women that you dealt with?
I'm a guy that likes a 5'5" and up. My wife's she's tall. But I like a 5'5" and up because I like to break down that mountain. I have no problem with that.
You like to climb a tree?
I don't got a problem climbing a tree. I got work boots for a reason, So I mean, everybody's the same height when they're laying down. That's what my philosophy is.
That's true. That's very true.
I do get it though. It is kind of strange when you see a tall lady with a short man. It's like, oh man, all the
That's
it's
her
kind of
son.
demasculating. Yeah, that's your baby. You know, put him on your shoulder. Go put him in your bag. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you know, like I said, a lot of these guys, like I said, you know, and not even the height. A lot of them are not attractive. A lot of them are, like I said, they're broke. A lot of them don't have their priority straight. It's like I ain't never met so many people over the age of 21 who doesn't have a car, a crib, a legal job, but you know, they got weed though. And that
right.
to me is like shows up like where your priorities at. You got people
If you
who
can't pay your
are
bills but could pay for weed, that's something wrong. You know?
they you know they paying trying to get that weed by prostituting themselves. Come on now, come on now. Let's wake up and smell the prostitute coffee, okay? They are doing. There should be. I'm like, you ain't got no money, but you got weed. Like, what are you doing? You always with the boys, 7 days a week. What's going
I
on, sir?
any man that's always hanging out with their boys is a real sus to me, and I don't care what I'll say it live here too. Any man that hangs out with them boys all day is kind of sus. All
No, it
right,
is.
so
And you
yeah,
know what's so crazy? They'll get tough with their home with they old lady, but be soft with their boys. They will pop bottles and try to look good for their homeboys. I remember quick story. There was at one of my jobs, there was this girl who at her house. It was like pretty much Sin City. You can live out whatever wildest fantasies that you want to live out there, you know, for
okay,
free, right?
I get
I'm
it.
there. I was literally there 7 days a week. So it was me, her, and it was like four other guys. Three of them worked. Two, no. It was three. Yeah, three other guys. Her brother stayed there. Two of the other guys. We worked together. All worked together at the job.
Okay,
7 days a week. I'm pretty much there. You know, I'm leaving. I get there about I don't know 8 o'clock. I'm leaving about 10:30, 11 because I don't overstay my welcome.
right.
Okay. The latest I've left probably was 1:30. Those guys were still there. They taking a nap on the couch, all that other type of stuff. Probably not together on the couch, but like they were a little bit too close. I
Mm-hmm.
find out these two guys done did some things, right? They don't know that I know, but guess what, man? I still know. Back to the story. So, with that being said, I kept thinking to myself, if you're here 7 days a week, and I'm here 7 days a week, and one of the guys claims he's got a girlfriend, when do you see her? When do you ever hang out with her? Because we here for the last 4 months. I'm pretty much in a relationship with you,
That's
type of thing.
wild. That's
But
wild.
to me, this. But here's the thing: if
Well,
you
you live in Atlanta.
but that's true. But here's the thing, though: this happens all
uh,
over the U.S. of A.
yeah, that is
Guys
true.
are not you calling these men out. The problem is like for example, I was on the Shade Room and Quavo, his birthday was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Jacquees was serenaded him, singing happy birthday. And the first thing I thought before I clicked on the comments, I said, what grown man is going to allow another grown man to serenade him on his birthday, right? So now I read the comments. This is probably the sixth comment that had the most likes. It said, man, I ain't letting no grown man serenade me on my birthday. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, well, that makes sense. You
I get it's a different world, I guess. I don't even know.
I mean, but here's the thing though, this is what happens when you don't call your homies out. Like, bro, if you like Peen, just say it, man.
That's what I'm
I'm gonna love
saying.
you, but I'm gonna love you from afar because guess what? I'm not, I don't rock that way. But guess what? It's still gonna be love, my guy.
That's what I'm saying. Just come out the closet, man. It's fine.
Like have you
It's not know you.
have you had to call a few of your
Oh,
homeboys? I'll be like,
I had to call out a homeboy before. He had to pull me to the side to admit some things. But like I had to call him out. Like, listen, man, just let me know. You know, it's all good. Still care about you. Don't try to convert me. It's fine. But at the end of the day, just let me know, and we'll still go through our regular day. Just don't have me out here talking crazy to you about a certain situation that you might feel uncomfortable about. You know, because
no,
because
that's
you're on
true.
the other side of the fence. You know, it's fine, and just help me talk to you accordingly. Yeah,
That's true. That's
that,
true. But I think the thing is because society accepts women and that lifestyle, it's hard for men because it's still a shame. A lot of people look down upon it, even though we're in a whole new decade, century. A lot of people look down upon that. So I think that's the thing about that. But I was gonna say, going back to when it comes with guys and say, oh, I gotta pay you for your time type of thing. You gotta realize on top of that, a lot of these guys will be trying to holler at me. They're way older. Like I like people in my age group, like 90s and early 2000s.
So they're older than you. Sugar daddy time.
Here's the problem though.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though. The guys in my age group, they don't have their life together, right? So I'm like, okay, let me see about trying to talk to a guy who's way older. Let me just see what happens. They're basically on that same mentality as the guys in my age group. And on top of that, I'm like, bro, you've been an ugly duckling your entire life. How are you 45 and you ain't been beautiful yet? What's going on?
I think you need to find a date on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be better. Don't jump on Twitter no more.
I like to meet people naturally because this is the thing about it. I'm gonna tell you. Organically. Let me tell you why I like that a lot better. I like it better because at least A, I know if you're tall or not in real life. B, I know if that's your car, not that you're actually driving. C, I know for a fact if you have body odor or not. If you meet people online, you're not gonna be able to see all that.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I know if your teeth don't look like the New York state line, okay? It ain't throwing up gang signs. I can see that type of stuff.
Yeah,
but like I said, it's like for me per se, it's just these are things I deal with. So when I come across guys like, oh, I really like you, I really want to be with you, you mine, right? I say, okay, well, if I'm yours, you like me, you got cash up. Shoot me $20. You over here saying that God, you line up God sent me in your life, like you're gonna be married. Oh, okay. Well, why don't you give me some money if you say that? Like I said, for me personally, I just don't have time to have to deal with a bunch of hoopla. I'm telling you, honey, I can show you my DMs from all the guys that hollered at me, and I'll politely, I'll say, no, I appreciate it, I'm cool, and then they stop talking to me. Oh, I thought, what happened? You was just calling me attractive the other day. You wanted me, so what happened?
When you start putting numbers out, guys get nervous.
I'm just saying.
Guys get nervous.
I mean, but here, you know what? Also, the thing about it is, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Okay, this was back in January. There's this guy. I should have known that things were going to not go the way I was hoping it was going to go. First off, it's January. It was past before daylight savings, or I think it was daylight savings or whatever. So about 7 p.m. it's already dark. Okay, so I'm in my car, about to jump in the car, and there's this big truck, tinted windows, and guy rolls out the window. He said, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, thinking, the hell, I can't even see you. He's like further up away from me. I said, I'm fine. How are you? He's like, I'm good. He's like, I'll be back. I'll see you later. I was like, what? So anyway, I see him again. I see his car again about a month later. All right. Now that was in November. I hear from him like first week of January. See him again, and he says he rolls down the window. He actually backs up. He still doesn't get out the car, actually formally introduce himself or anything. So I said, hello. He's like, hey, I was like thinking, wow, you're attractive. Finally, get an attractive guy, right? Maybe he was like third one in a matter of 100 different guys who tried hollering at me. Said, finally, yes, okay, great. All right. So he said, give me your number, gave me my number. So about 3 days into the conversation, 3 days of knowing each other, he says, "You gonna be my woman. You gonna be my everything." Sir.
Some red flags.
It's too early. It's too early.
He fell for
what? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
What you do to him? What you do to him? You did something.
No, he was just so extremely excited that he got my number, I guess. So then I would say, what are we, 5 days into it later? So we're on day number 8. He called, I told him, I say, look, because I was traveling back and forth out of town. And I told him, I say, I'll be back in town on this day. If you want to go go get something to eat on this particular day, we can do it. He's like, okay, cool. I'll let you know by tomorrow night if we can hang out on Thursday. All right. Tomorrow night comes and goes. 3 days later. 3 days later, I get a text message saying, "Hey, how you feeling today?" I'm like, "I'm fine." He's like, "Great, great. What you up to?" Not, you just basically don't even acknowledge the facts of you were supposed to get back with me. Okay. 2 more days go by, and it's a Monday. I'm out of town back again, and I'm talking to him while I'm on the road, and he told me that he went to jail. I said, "Oh, okay. What you go to jail for?" "Oh, I want to talk about that." "So why would you get up if you don't want to talk about it?" "All right." Then I asked him more things. Said, "So tell me about your life." He said he grew up in Sacramento. He's like, "I'm from the mean streets of Sacramento." "Oh, okay, got you." Didn't realize Sacramento was said, but okay. Back to the story.
Maybe
back to
now.
the story. He's like, "Yeah, I went through a lot. I went through a lot, growing up. But I want to talk about. Look, I want to talk about the future. Let's talk about us." Skirt, sorry, you don't want to talk about the past. All right. I hear back from him until 3 days later, 4 days later, Friday morning. He's like, "Hey, good morning. How you feeling?" So I sent my audio message, and I just said, "Hey, I'm going to keep it real with you, okay? Because before we proceed further, these are a few things I have a problem with." I let him know. I was speaking to him, not at him. So he responds back, says, "You know what? I was about to ask to see if you wanted to, get some dinner tonight, but I see that this ain't going to work out between us. How about we just go ahead and Lou just erase my number out your phone." I was like, "Well, your number was never even saved in the first place."
I understand how people got these long conversations and never say someone's number. Like, well, I get
no.
it.
This
I
is
get
what
it.
I do. This is what I do, okay? Because mind you, it was whenever, this is how I am. And I learned this from experience, okay? Number one, whenever a guy is trying to holler at me, quote unquote, and, I give him my number, his number's not saved because this is like, we gonna see. We gonna see, because I'm telling you, I've saved guys' numbers before, and 3 days later, I don't hear back from them. Okay, so for me not to put the emojis or waste that hassle, guess what I do? Because I'm you, his number was we were texting back and forth. We were in a constant communication for a week straight, and not only that, he unfollowed me off of all social media once he had decided to make the agreement of let's not talk to each other anymore. And I'm like, but I was just telling you the issues that I had. So why are you just running away? But again, you said that you wanted me to be your girlfriend, right?
he pretty much
I'm like,
shows you the type of guy he
a lot
was.
of guys just
Nah.
No, of course, no, of course. But I'm saying my thing is I keep coming across a lot of men who like, I want to be with you, and you gonna be my woman. We're gonna be, together and whatnot. And I'm like, do y'all go to the same meeting and are rehearsing the same lines? Like, what the heck is going on?
It's the ones that work,
What
I
does it
guess.
mean?
That's the ones that work.
I don't know. But no, like I said, he's one of many. Like I think the thing is, before you decide to introduce your family to somebody, save a number and stuff, figure out and see what type of person that person is. That's the thing about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Introducing someone to my family members is a big goddamn deal, and it should be. You should know that person and see if they're weakness. That guy was pretty much, I could tell you exactly his situation as another man. I could tell you exactly what was going on.
He's a rapper. He's an up and coming rapper.
So he's in a whole situation, right? Well, that's the reason why the difference, the times of calling were always changing. He's in a whole situation, and by you saying what you said was giving him an out.
So wait, so you honestly believe that he had a woman already at home? Or
Yeah, I can tell you. He was dealing with something. He was dealing with someone.
So here's my question though. Why was he, okay, here's question number one. Why did he try to holler at me first time back in November? I didn't hear back from him again until like a month and a half later. Why did he
That's
do that?
probably on him. That's something that he will have to answer. That's something personal. But I could tell you just by the patterns never change. The same pattern always happens. The time, he had a whole situation going on. You know what I mean? Unless he's traveling for business, there's no
He was within that.
And that's the whole point of him being mysterious and all that shit.
Still here in Atlanta.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of him being mysterious and not want to talk about certain things because he had a whole situation going on.
You know what? Have you thought about being a therapist, psychologist as well
I
while
did a
being a
lot.
trainer?
Well, a lot of my jobs dealt with like customer service. I did like a little minor in therapy or whatever, but in
Mm-hmm.
psychology or whatever. But I never finished it. But usually I'm one of those people that sees patterns. And once I see
Mm-hmm.
the pattern, I kind of like I look for it, and then once it's mimicked too many times, I say, okay, that's what's gonna happen, you know. So usually with like certain guys traits and stuff, you could kind of just see the pattern, you know.
Got it. And
Mm.
if I would have called him out on that, that's why he was trying to refuse to run and everything. And like I has started asking him and saying, hey, before we proceed further, this is the issue. Oh well, you know what? If you got a problem with this, like cut it off. I'm like, so what was the point of following me as well? Like I'm like, brother, you doing too much.
That's all right, yo. You know what? There's a lot of pigs in the blanket. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
no, of course,
just.
and that's just one example of a guy who was like that. You know, I was
the
like, wow. So you literally say, I'm gonna be your woman, your forevermore, and then you just like up and just do that. I'm like, brother, come on now, come
if
on
you
now.
if a guy's really gonna show you, I'll say one of the tests to see if a guy has a situation, I'll say he have to like see you twice in the middle of the week. If he could see you consistently twice in the middle of the week and a weekend, he probably don't have anything going on.
Because I thought it was because it was a rapper. He was in the studio. That's why I thought it was, you know. And I
There's
asked him,
so
what
much.
does he do? He's like, I got a lot of businesses and stuff. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay,
Are they legal? Are they
he got
illegal?
he has receipts.
He never didn't go further into it.
Exactly. So he had a whole situation going on. So he had a whole situation. So I can
And I
tell you right
wonder,
now,
like, because
if
his
you
lookers, like I said, we stay in the same neighborhood,
yeah, but
and I wonder who he lived with.
so if you look at me and you be like, Matt, do you got a business going on? You could look behind me. This thing. Pass me that real quick. My other company, Bulletproof Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like I could always show you receipts of what I got going on. Even if I was like had like houses on the side or whatever, I could show you like, yo, yeah, I got a little this property's mine, that property. I could always do that. A businessman ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna hide what I do unless he's like selling drugs. You know what I mean? So he's either being shady or he ain't got nothing going for him. He probably raps on the side, spit a few bars, me 16 to his old lady, and she loves him. You know. So,
Well, you know what? You know what? He apparently he's doing good because he's got like 20K on Instagram, so he must
don't
be
let me
doing
tell you
something
something.
right.
Let me tell you something about this social media stuff, okay? And this is from me learning from my social media guy here. Though some of those K's don't mean nothing. All them K's, if you can't monetize that and make that into money, it don't matter. It doesn't even matter. I know personally women who got like 50, 60,000 and they ain't got no money in their pocket. $0.
You know what's so
So
crazy? The neighborhood that I live in is a Section 8 neighborhood. Like, so I was thinking, I'm like, brother, you out here rapping, but I'm like,
yeah,
why are you not living? Why aren't you anywhere else?
20K and you're not living the 20K lifestyle. It's different. You know what I mean? Again, you can't bullshitters, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get it, but it's all good. You just dodged the bullet. If I ask me
No.
myself,
I
mm-hmm,
did. You know what I think the thing is? I'm gonna be honest with you. For me personally,
mm-hmm,
I'm about to be open and vulnerable with you. Okay, I'm about to be. Let me go ahead and be real. The reason I held on, I already knew the very first time, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I
mm-hmm.
knew from the very first time that it possibly was not going to go far. When, like I said, it was 7 o'clock at night, it's pitch black outside, and you trying to holler at me. You holler at me outside the window. I don't even know what you look like on top of that, and I remember it was a couple times after that I would see his car would keep passing me. After that first time, he said, "Hey, how you doing?" Right, and it was during the day. And
You,
again, his windows are pitch black, so I'm thinking to myself, "Was there a woman inside the car? Who else was inside the car?"
well, you pretty much answered your own question.
Yeah, and
Because
then he hollered at me again at night, 11:30 at night when I was walking to the car to get something. This time he actually showed his face, And so, the reason I kept, like I said, the reason I held on and decided to try to hold on until I realized this ain't working was because he was attractive, and I was excited to finally have an attractive guy holler at me.
She was attractive.
Be honest with you, y'all can laugh. Y'all can laugh at my pain.
Attractive. He was attractive, and you was bored. It's fine. It's fine.
Be honest
we all
with
did
you,
it.
That was it. That was it. You know, but then I realized, I'm like, you know, like I said, the first thing I was like, it literally was out of whack. But again, you know what the thing is, women will still go after that. Women will still say yes to that, knowing that they are the other woman. They're not going to question, because I look at it like this as well. I think people feel like there's something that's owed to them. They feel like, okay, because, and then this is also my issue as well. My issue that I have is, if you are so quick as a person to want to give up when a person tells you, hey, I have an issue with this, how do you expect the relationship to work? You know, you guys are going to come into disagreements at times. You can have healthy disagreements, you know, and stuff like that. You guys can agree to disagree. But if you're too afraid to say something because it's like, oh, I don't want to talk about that, or look, just go to bed now, or, you know, whatever. It's like, how do you expect the relationship to work? I'm just saying.
You was talking to a whole clown. Now you're gonna sit there and lie to you.
No, I know that.
There's no reason to even try to dissect this. Yeah,
No, but again, I'm not. It's not even him. It's with a lot of people, a lot of guys I've come across. I'm like, I just told you, I just didn't want to talk about that. You know, fine, brother, you don't want to. What?
You know what I think. I think you need to get up out of your area. I got you.
Like I said, you know some guys.
I know some people. Cause you got to come up out of Atlanta, yo. We got to set you up. Located? I'm in Jersey. I'm in New Jersey.
I'm not up there. It's too cold right now.
Nah, no, it's not. No, listen. Hold up. Our weather just broke. We're good right now. So this is the best time to come through. All right, you come out to Jersey. You come out to Jersey for a little bit. I'll set you up. Yeah, I know some dudes. You know, hook you up. You know,
I'll see y'all in the summertime.
All right, come through in summer. We got you. Okay? I'll hook you up. Cool. You know what I mean? We'll make something happen. You know, you got to start talking to them boys over there. Matter of fact, take them off your list. All the boys over there, they off your list. They on timeout. If you from Georgia, Atlanta area, you're on timeout. Because y'all been fucking well since she was at 0. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
That's about right. I'm like, brother, you still have been the same since we were 10 years old, man. You ain't changed. You just gained some more weight. Put on a sports bra now, okay? Because your boobies are coming in.
And no guys, this is another rule. No guys that don't do push-ups, okay? They don't do push-ups. That means they're not with the struggle. All right, then I want to do a little 5-minute struggle. You know what I'm saying? No guys that don't do push-ups. That's one of my rules for some of my female friends. They ain't got no they don't do no push-ups. Yeah, fuck you too. My editors like, yeah, think a guy mad at me. They don't do push-ups. They can't get no box. You feel me? No. If they ain't got no juicy chest, they don't get no juicy fruit. You feel me? Like she gotta have somewhere to put her head on. You know, you need a little pillow.
Maybe she like, maybe the girl's like somebody where she can jump on his belly.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey, if you like the more of the fluffy man, that's all pop. But he still got to do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? No fluffy mans with bigger titties than you. That's all I'm saying.
All right then.
No size D's with size D's. You know, that's all I'm saying.
That's it.
Yeah, man, you want to bump belly. Anyway, Kyndra, I really enjoyed this conversation very much. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much for reaching out. I really want to do this again.
Of course, and we gonna get the HBO because this was for the Explorer. We gonna get the HBO, but no, you need to. This is what you need to do. What you need to do is you need to be a matchmaker. Okay, you need to be a therapist as well, because you literally had revealed. I done told this story to a few different guys. You the only person who said, Kyndra, he had somebody else. Come on now. I was really a side chick for a week. This is bullcrap.
It's okay, man.
I was
we
side chicken
the
training.
the best of us always are sides. Yeah, it's okay. We become the main course sooner or later. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
damn.
Even
Have you
it's
have you have you ever willingly at any point in your life, you can plead the fifth, have you ever
no.
willingly
I'll tell you the
signed
truth.
up to be a side
Oh
dude?
yeah, 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 yeah. I've been in situations where I I was the side dude, and I've been in situations where I was asked to be the side dude.
Did you what made you decide to finally decide to say I'm a king, I'm not a peasant no more. Let me get out of this side dude
I mean, I was with you
relationship.
at the time. I thought I was still a king too. You know what I mean? I was just a king
Mm-hmm.
wilding out with some of these peasants, you know. But it was, but it was fun. It was fun because the commitment wasn't there. There wasn't no obligation to be perfect or be the guy that they want because they already had the guy that they want. They just needed something from me. But and it was fun because then
Wait. Stop. Hold on. Let's rewind. Let's rewind.
let's
They
go.
had the guy that they wanted, but they
Oh,
needed something from you. I'm
yeah.
trying to. If this is what you want, then what do you need somebody extra for? Is it they're not financially stable?
Oh, I
They're not performing well in bed? Like
like stuff
find
like
somebody,
that. It's like the
find
performance.
somebody who can complete your list.
Oh,
Is
so
that what I'm saying?
there was a couple looking for a male unicorn, which is your boy, which wasn't part of like both sides. Well, no, unicorns do both teams, right? No, I wasn't both teams, but I was definitely with his wife every once in a blue moon. He just wasn't able to provide certain stimulations for her, like certain things didn't stimulate her, but she still loved him and wanted to be with him. I don't know, that worked for them. So whatever, I was cool with it for about 5 months. 5 months was all good. After
All right.
5 months,
Did you at least get paid for it? Like, did they say, "Hey, here's $1,000 for being this
free
playing this
trips,
role"?
free events. I got to go places,
Good.
things like that. Not to say I was a prostitute or no shit like that, because it was only one person. But it was, I got to do stuff like that. But it got weird at the end because sometimes, people emotions get a little tied up. You know, you got to know
Mm-hmm.
how to separate yourself from those
Mm-hmm.
situations.
Mm-hmm.
But emotions get tied up, so the guy's emotion got a little tied up into it. He got a little bit because she's like, I guess I became more of a bigger topic when I wasn't around then.
Oh wait,
So
so he did know about you.
yeah, yeah. No. I'm talking about the one when the guy knew about me, not the one when the guy didn't know about
Okay,
me.
cool.
Yeah,
Got you,
yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah.
So
That
it was
guy.
like it was an entanglement. You were August Alsina. The guy
Yeah, I
was
was August
real, and she
Alstina.
was Jada.
I was August Alstina out this motherfucker. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah, yeah.
right
Yeah,
then.
but I didn't have no mental health issues. Then why was taking advantage of me, so it was all good. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Jada Pinkett
Got
would have
you.
asked me
All
to
right.
be her mister. I would have been definitely with that shit. I would have shut my mouth.
That was your 90s. That was your 1990s and 2000s crush.
I say when she got, yeah, when she got to 2000s, she became more of my crush. But yeah, I would have shut my mouth. August Alstina out here trying to make albums and shit. He tripping. I would have shut my goddamn mouth.
Maybe he doesn't realize his time is up in a way.
He was trying to
His time is
revitalize.
up.
I think he was trying to revitalize his time.
Reinvent, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Jada spent that shit so well that we not even talking about it no more. She got a whole new Red Table Talks coming out, giving new relationship advice. And she's the last person to give out relationship.
I made a post. I made a post about. I said August Alsina did all that to become irrelevant again, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, can't believe you said that." I'm like, I mean, it's the truth because he made a song called Entanglements. I'm like, you
Oh
really
yeah,
running with this?
Rick Ross was part of it. Remember that? That joke was hot. I still play it to this day. But it don't mean nothing. Honestly, you know who I think is the biggest loser and winner out of this whole thing is Will Smith. He's the biggest loser and winner out of this whole thing.
Of course.
He lost a lot of I just say respect from some of his peers. He was disrespected online. What did that man do? He picked his chin up and started making funny shit. Until
That's how you're supposed to do it though.
yeah, and then until people weren't even talking about that shit no more. He was doing like TikTok transitions and shit. I was like, go ahead, Will, man. Don't make these people talk about something else. That boy, those people are the best spinners. Like when it comes down to spinning or making stories irrelevant, they know how to make a story irrelevant. Yeah, because they should have had a whole bunch of different scandals on them. From Jaden from their daughter. They should have had a whole bunch of scandals on them, but they know how to make them things disappear. So, you know, if anybody you want to copy on a situation, you probably want to copy the Smiths, you know?
That's it. That's
so yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm getting the signal. All right, we have to wrap up. Kyndra, again, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate having this conversation. I want to do this again. You're a very funny person. Can you let everybody know how to reach you, how to find your content?
Most definitely. YouTube, Kyndra Crump, Kyndra CRU, M as in Mary, P as in Paul. My Instagram is the Kyndra Crump Show. Okay, the as in the Kyndra, Kyndra CRUMP Show. If you don't know how to spell show, then go back to elementary school because you got like no child left behind. Okay, my own podcast is the Kyndra Crump Show. And guys, listen, man, don't be that creepy follower who comes on my page, likes all my stuff, and don't even hit the follow button. Okay, follow me on something. You're not gonna follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. You ain't gonna follow me on YouTube. Follow me on my podcast thing. You can find it anywhere. Okay, if you ain't gonna follow me on that, don't follow me in real life because I'm gonna follow you with this switchblade. Okay.
When you have time, hopefully one day, whenever you can invite me on, I'll do it. I'll say it out now. I'll love to be on your show whenever you have a chance, and we'll do this again, definitely.
Most definitely. If you want to, look, I'm doing something on Friday. If you available Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's gonna be like 9 other people, so you can just get in where you fit in.
All right, I'll send you a message. I'll tell you exactly my availability. I'll know by tomorrow.
Okay, that works.
Definitely. Thank you again. This is a Lovely Important Nonsense podcast. We're out.